There are no simple answers. There's no easy way forward. Hello and welcome to the vlog. We're back in Yaitsa and I've got a question for you. Have you ever found yourself wasting money on something? Over the years I've wasted a lot of money on magazines. Not to call out the Economist as a bad thing to spend money on. When we were in the UK, I had a subscription. I read it every week. When we moved, I wanted to keep buying magazines. The problem was I would buy them as expensive export magazines and then not read them. So of late, I've made a rule that I don't buy magazines in the airport because I know I'm not going to read them. Rules are there to be broken, and as you can see, I have in my hand a copy of The Economist. I'll tell you why I bought it, but first of all, let's just talk a bit about price. So this cost me 66 Swedish crowns. I think that's what the currency is called, krona, I think. Cost me 66 of them, however you say it, and that felt like a lot of money. Truth is, kind of is a lot of money. For example, we could go here and Rowan and I could buy half a dozen really nice ice creams for the same cost of this magazine. Or we could go here for lunch and I could order a hearty, meaty kind of meal with a beer and have coffee afterwards and have change for the price of this magazine. Or we could go here, which is where we buy bread, and we could buy probably 20 mini baguettes, which would feed both of us for a lunch. That's 20 lunches. Sometimes you just have to ignore the comparative cost of living because it doesn't make you happy. So all of this begs the question, why did I buy an overpriced magazine in Stockholm Airport? I didn't want to pay for an article that I knew was sitting behind a paywall. So what is it I wanted to read about? Well, it probably comes as no surprise. There's an article about Bosnia and Herzegovina in there. Between us, Rowan and I read most stuff we come across in the UK press that talks about Bosnia and Herzegovina. Sometimes you read something and think, well, that doesn't exactly marry up with my experience of the country we're living in. It doesn't seem to reflect what we pick up from the people who are around about us. But then sometimes you get articles like this that I'm not happy reading, or something we could read and go, yeah, I recognise that. That sounds like the country we live in. So I thought it'd be kind of cool to read you a little bit the article. The title is Hanging Together, subtitle, but only just. Bosnia and Herzegovina might have a new government soon, or maybe it won't. No one seems to know. The country held elections last October, but the winning parties have still not agreed on how to form one. In any case, Bosnia's central government has little power. The country has 3 presidents, and their current chairman wishes it did not even exist. Tens of thousands of people emigrate every year, having lost any hope for the future. And so it goes on. As you can tell, not exactly happy reading, but the article seems fair, it seems balanced, and I think it's good that it's in The Economist. I think it's good that people haven't completely forgotten about this country, and what's going on and the issues that it has are still being talked about. I'm going to read you the closing paragraph. It says this: when they want to, Bosnian politicians can put aside their disagreements and work together effectively. And though Bosnia's demise has been widely and long predicted, it still functions. Yet the omens are not good. Although its economy grew by 3.1% last year, more and more people are leaving. For 25 years I lived in hope, says Ilya, a Croat lorry driver in Sarajevo. Now I hate myself because of that. Having secured the necessary permits, he is immigrating to Germany. Before the war, about 4 million people lived in Bosnia. There are perhaps 3.3 million now, and the country has one of the lowest birth rates in the world. If you could measure beauty and bitterness, Bosnia would be a world beater. In the work we do, we talk a lot about hope and about change and about the future and about possibility and about opportunity. But we have to be honest. Is the work we're doing going to change the political situation in this country? I don't think it is. Is the work we're doing in this country going to contribute to a local community in the different towns and cities that Novi Most is working in? Yes, I think it is. Is the work we're doing going to help an individual find hope or find purpose or find security or a better vision of their future? Yes, I think it is. Will that ever translate into the whole country feeling different? Who knows? Those are big questions and nobody knows the answers to them. Does the fact we can't guarantee big picture answers to the massive challenges facing this country mean that we should give up hope in the work we're doing on a local level? I don't think it should. Sadly, there isn't a nice, simple way to wrap this vlog up. It would be great to go, you know what we're doing is making such a difference. It's going to turn this whole problem around. And they'll be writing articles in all sorts of newspapers going, whoa, look what's happened. It's kind of unlikely. You know, it's not that we don't think we're making a difference. We do think we are. But it's very local, it's very small, it's very much based around the lives of individuals. Stranger things have happened, obviously, so we don't want to rule out some large-scale change. But you know, like, it's so easy to want to tell stories and want to go, you know what, we're doing this and it's making all the difference in the world. The things we do are a journey of faith. We're doing all this because we believe it's the right thing to do, and we believe it will have a positive impact. In the Bible, it says these three remain: faith, hope and love. The greatest of these is love. We've read already that for some people here in this country, hope's kind of gone out the window. With that, probably the faith to believe that anything can change. And you're left in a situation where perhaps there isn't quite enough love to go around to stop people from blaming each other. There are no simple answers. There's no easy way forward, but we remember that these three remain: faith, hope and love. We need to have faith that it is worth trying to be different. We need to hope, because hope does not disappoint us. Hope for a better future. And we need to love, which means treating others like we would be treated, putting others before ourselves and our own interests. If we can do those things, then we can be part of making a difference that's worth making. And so I think that's the thought that we'll leave you on. No fancy sum up really this time, other than to say thanks very much for watching.